again,
well, yeah, it could
my
be tapped.
question is, I really want to talk to Elon about interplanetary stuff and physics.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not that interested in talking to Elon about crypto unless he's going to do something huge using his wealth or his brain. But it just, again, I get back to this. I'm somewhat bored of the standard conversations we can have around this. Like, what is it that you guys want to do that's next level and awesome? And that's a great, I feel like the Bitcoin community is one of the best communities to take on the future.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm much more interested about what a bunch of pirates want to do. I've got a huge number of rich, idealistic pirates.
Mm-hmm.
That should be the most riveting thing. That's one of the reasons that I was dying to do your show when you asked me. We've got rich, smart, heterodox, idealistic, iconoclastic pirates.
Yep.
Okay, what are we doing?
We're going to build a country.
Are we?
Maybe.
Okay.
We find the right island.
We started with money.
We got enough of it.
There is this turn of phrase of like, save the money, save the world. Fix the money, fix the world.
I understand that.
And
so right now I have things I want to fix right now.
What do you want to fix? I'll tell you how Bitcoin fixes it.
Right, my relationship with my second cousin. Bitcoin fixes everything. Okay, what really is going on for me is sense making.
The interesting.
What do you mean? Sorry, what do you mean by that?
We used to have newspapers. We used to have universities. We used to have scholars.
But we're turning everything on its head right now.
You Bitcoin or we?
No, everyone. Everybody is. Like
everybody's
questioning everything. Questioning the media, questioning education, questioning politics. Everything is being rethought out right now.
Except for things like honey badgers, which just don't care. Right? And Bitcoin is supposed to be like a honey badger.
I think they care first. You
think honey badgers care the most?
Well, no. Just about certain things. It's like they're the first ones. They were the first ones that I saw, who were they were trashing the media. They were trashing politics. They trash everything. Basically, they don't trust Verify. They don't trust vaccines. Not everyone.
Who?
It's a spectrum.
Who's they?
Bitcoiners generally.
Bitcoiners generally, and it's a spectrum. Certainly more on the right, or right-leaning or libertarian. There are some on the left, but they keep quiet because they get attacked for being socialist. But certainly they see that you have to change the money to fix a lot of these problems. You can. The root of a lot of these problems is the money, the cheap credit.
Okay.
You fix that money, you fix a lot of these problems. I mean, you've talked about it a lot, about the degradation of society.
Yeah.
The
embedded growth obligation. I'm all over this action. We are supposed to be natural allies.
Yeah,
it's just that the idea is that I'm supposed to put laser eyes in my profile photo, and I'm supposed to say I'm a maximalist now, as if I've touched a pot or I'm some kind of a Stepford wife. F that.
No, nobody's asking.
But no.
You got laser eyes, Travis.
I took mine off.
Yeah, I took mine
all-time
off.
high.
Okay. Well, whatever. It doesn't matter.
No, I hear you.
Yeah.
If I was going to try and attempt to bridge a lot of the things that I've heard you talk about in various different capacities, I would bring up this concept called the trust revolution that I've talked about for a while, and it's something that initially attracted me to this asset class and this technology in 2017 when I was first going down the rabbit hole, and it's actually stunning how much it's been exacerbated since then. But we have seen unchecked power failing society at multiple levels, and that is getting worse, not better. And society is recoiling from that to an increasing degree, and younger generations feel this more acutely than older generations. I think millennials and Gen Z are generations that think Wall Street is rigged, politicians are crooked, and big tech takes your data and they do shitty stuff with it, or they don't keep it safe, or they use it to make themselves the richest people in the world, and they don't return that value back. And there's commonalities across, and you can ask the question like, when did this start? And I think you could make the case that it started when in 2001, on the back of 9/11, when we went over in the Middle East and tens of thousands of lives were lost on the American side and many more on the other side. $10 trillion were spent. And what we went over there for in the first place never ended up happening. And there was a question about why that happened. And then it was exacerbated in 2008 on the back of the financial crisis when you damn near blew the whole world up. Nobody went to jail. Everybody, the bankers were all fine. And then you fast forward to Brexit and Donald Trump. And why did those two things happen on the other side of the world within a handful of months of one another, but with like sort of like the exact same underlying drivers? And then you just had hit after hit, NSA spying, Black Lives Matter, the Me Too movement.
It's all coming apart.
Harvey Weinstein, all of these things. And society is recoiling from,
but we're not
power tends to corrupt and absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
And the question is, what decentralized power, what does that do?
So I think distributed.
We don't know.
I think distributed ledger technology can serve as the technological platform to drive societal change for the good, in that it can start to dismantle these centralized powers that are failing the people. And money's a great place to start with that. And it obviously dovetails into the way our political system is in the United States right now, which is, I think as broken as it's been since, I don't know, maybe the Civil War. I don't know.
Well, because you and Brett tried to make an attempt on it and you became censored.
Yeah, well, I didn't believe Brett's attempt would work, but I was willing to throw my name behind him because it shows why we can't have nice things.
Well, the most interesting thing about that was the censoring of it.
Exactly.
Like
right.
What?
Well, that was the whole point, is that as soon as you have something that's completely non-threatening, like bipartisanship should be threatening to no one. Of course, it has to be censored because that's what's really threatening, right? So if you had stable money and you had bipartisanship and you had a green world that was much less dependent on fossil fuels, what would power do, right? I mean, it would just spy on you, on your relationships with your ex-boyfriend on Facebook, or I don't know what it would do. So we have a situation whereby, real power, which is very hard to locate and find out who's behind it, has, I think, has been decreasing. But everybody else's power has been decreasing at an accelerated rate to that. So I believe that our central shadowy powers still exist, but they aren't that powerful. What's happened is that everyone else has gotten incredibly weakened. And Bitcoin is one of the few things as a community that's gotten stronger. And so the really interesting question is, okay, well, what do you guys want to do? Is just hang on for dear life and buy a Lambo at some point? Is that what we're doing, or are we taking on nation states? What's the plan here? There is no plan.
It's not binary.
We don't need a plan.
It's not binary.
What?
It's not binary. We can get Lambos and take them on.
Well, but you're taking them on less. I'm really excited. I mean, you have to appreciate. I'm really excited about not dying. Right? Not dying is one of the things that excites me the most.
Okay.
And
are you getting cryogenically frozen?
Not that kind of not dying.
Okay.
You have kids?
I have 2.
All right. That kind of not dying.
Okay.
Right? So my feeling is I want my lineage not to have a death sentence. And being trapped on a thermonuclear planet with lunatics with fingers on the button is not my idea of a good time. So I want out of that. And most determinedly, I want off this planet.
So you want to go to Mars?
No.
Where do you want to go?
Mars and the moon are starter planets, but there are only 2 of them.
Is Elon going to give you a seat?
No, he's not going to give me. I don't know Elon.
Oh, I thought you might be able to apologize to him for me because I kind of need a seat.
He's giving me your seat.
He's giving you my seat. Fucker.
No, I mean, I think what we need to do is focus on physics.
Okay.
And I keep saying to you guys, okay, you're getting so rich, number go up. When are we doing physics? When are we actually going to invest in the ability to escape this planet? No, that's my pet thing, which is that I want humans to survive.
Yeah. Okay. That's not my pet thing.
Yeah, you don't care.
I know, I do, but I just think it's not going to happen in my lifetime. Probably not happen in my kids' lifetime. It's not my focus of attention. My focus of attention is,
You are aware that there are UFOs.
yeah, this is a good timing, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you should rescale your time horizons.
Are you a UFO?
Everyone is.
You are. Well, look, I
Sorry,
just
are you not?
I just don't know. I'm just not sure.
Oh, you should verify. Don't trust me.
Well, listen, look, but I, I'm in more simple terms. I'm not I'm a bit of a moron, really, and I don't have a university degree, and all I can think about are the things that are close to me, which is me.
So here
my
you are
kids, my
bragging that
family.
you weren't dumb enough to invest in a university degree, and you're doing it through false humility.
I'm a dropout. I'm a university
Peter, you're
dropout.
really pissing me off.
I'm
with
a
your
university
arrogance on this.
dropout. I am actually a university dropout. I'm good. I have to when I get a smart person, I have to bring someone smart like Travis to help me. Listen, look, I have to think close to me and what's important to me. And
Yeah.
the things that are close and important to me is me and my family. What's going to happen to the UK over the next 10, 20 years? Is it going to see a similar? Well, it is seeing a similar societal breakdown as the US happens. Where do I want to live? Where do I want to be? What's going to give me freedom? I actually start from a very selfish point. What is best for me and best for my family? Where should I live? Actually, quite like look at Texas at the moment, though. But by the by, and then what can I do to help others? And I think in terms of this, in terms of what we do with Bitcoin, it's just trying to drive some form of choice and financial freedom, some kind of separation from this system, which is unfair. Like my producer, you know the website WTF71 because you like it. My producer Ben worked on that. I know that what we've seen is like a lot of my friends would be traditionally middle class now don't really have much disposable income at the end of each month.
Yeah, no kidding.
And we're seeing so I see Bitcoin as a chance to.
So is it a revolution? Is it a financial
It's
revolution?
definitely a monetary revolution.
Okay.
But I don't understand how it's going to play out because we're building something new here. It's a form of money we've never had before, completely decentralized, completely digital. We're trying to decentralize power. I mean, we talked about what happened with Elon earlier. We go through learning lessons. 2017 was a scaling war. We learned that forks aren't popular. We learned that big blocks don't work. This year, we've learned that billionaire power isn't good. We keep going through these.
Oh, but you knew that.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Maybe if I'd thought
You guys
about
made
it
an
through,
exception.
if I'd have rationalized it,
No,
maybe
you made
I
an
had.
exception for a particular billionaire because the particular billionaire showed up with the cachet of cool.
Well, strictly speaking, then we've made the same for Michael Saylor. So we've made it for 2 billionaires and Jack Dorsey, a third billionaire. So it's not just we've made it for all billionaires.
Well,